Hello, welcome back to my channel. Tonight we're going to open Duskmourn House of Horror bundle box. This is my second or third one that I opened. And here we have the content, then we get the reference cards, we get the traditional foil and regular basic land, we get the spin down life counter and after the box, and one out of traditional foil. Can open. Okay, cool. Then here we don't have anything, and this is very cool. I'm going to keep it with the rest. And after we have the box itself. And the box itself, we get the super nice dice, and after we get the different play booster, after the lands, and after some little thingy. Okay, and here we get different counter. Very cool, perfect. Okay, then this is it we can take out here also, and after here we have the stuff, and here we get the different lands. Let me see if I can open that without making the back one. Oh, it's here already. Okay. Okay. It's a bit hard, this one. Okay, then the first one we get this. I will show you the dice afterwards. Grievous Wound, enchantment aura. Each player, enchant player can gain life. Whenever enchant player is dealt damage, they lose half of their life. Rounded up. I already used this card. It's really, really good. Now let me just lay there, and after we get the different planes. Island, swamp, mountain, forest, plain. These are different planes. Island. Oh wow, this looks very nice. I really love the lands of this expansion. And after we get the different planes, and these are non-foil. Excellent. Let me just show you the dice. Then here you have the Duskmourn and the different land counter. And after, if you stop the light, you will see that it's going to glow in the night. Very good. Okay, then this one we can leave it here. Let me just put a nice sleeve here. And well, let's start with the first one. These are made in Belgium. Okay, they are different than the other one with the in the box. Okay, first card is Clockwork Percussionist, artifact creature, 1/1, it's 1 mountain, haste. When this card dies, exile the top card of your library, you may play it until the end of your next turn. 1/1. Bashful Beastie, creature beast, it's 4 land plus 1 forest. When this card dies, manifest dread, and it's 5/4. Cult Healer, then Eerie, whenever an enchantment you control enter, or whenever you fully unlock a room, Cult Healer gains lifelink until end turn, and it's 2 land plus 1 plane, it's a 3/3, common. Boiler Bilks Reaper, it's a creature, human assassin, 4 land plus 1 mountain. When this card enters, you may sacrifice another creature or enchantment. When you do, this card deals 2 damage to any other target, and then it's a 4/4, common. Cryptid Inspector, Vigilance, whenever a face down permanent you control enter, or whenever a Cryptid Inspector or another permanent you control is turned face up, put a +1/+1 counter on Cryptid Inspector. Then it's a 2/3, and it's 2 land plus 1 forest. After we have Cracked Skull, this is enchantment aura. When Cracked Skull enters, look at the target player hand, you may choose a non-land card from it, the player discard the card. When enchanted creature is dealt damage, destroy it. Then it's 2 land plus 1 swamp. After we have Friendly Ghost. When Friendly Ghost enters, target creature gets +2/+4 until end turn. It's a 2/4, it's 3 land plus 1 plane. After we have Unnerving Grasp, and this is the first uncommon. Then 2 land plus 1 island. Return up to 1 target non-land permanent to its owner hand, manifest dread, and it's 2 land plus 1 island. After we get Arabella Abandoned Doll, very good for this card, really, really cool, very nice. Legendary Artifact, when this card attacks, it deals X damage to each opponent, and you gain X life when X is the number of creature you control with power 2 or less. It's 1/3, and it's 1 mountain and 1 plane. After we get Under the Skin, and this is also a very beautiful card. Manifest Dread, and after we may return a permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. It's 2 land plus 1 forest. After we get Unwanted Remake, instant destroy target creature, and its controller manifest a threat. It's 1 land only, and after we get a rare, Twitching Doll, very nice. Artifact creature, spider toy, add 1 mana of any color, put a nest counter on Twitchy Doll, sacrifice Twitchy Doll, create a 2/2 green spider creature token with reach of each counter on Twitching Doll. Activate only as a sorcery, it's a 2/2, 1 land and 1 forest. After we get plane, and after we get a foil common Winter Intervention. Winter Intervention deals 2 damage to target creature, you gain 2 lives. Then it's 1 land plus 1 swamp. And after we get an art, very strange with the bed. Oh, very nice. And this is bed head, Steve, of course. Cool. Okay, let's open the second pack. Funny, it's a lot more difficult than in the US. Okay, Clammy Prowler, it's common, enchantment creature, is 3 land plus 1 island. Whenever Clappy Prowler attacks, another target attacking creature can be blocked this turn, is 2/5. Then after we get Fanatics of the Harrowing, and this is a creature, when this card enters, each player discard a card. If you discard the card this way, draw a card. Then it's a 2/2, 3 land and 1 swamp. After we get a room, Meat Locker and Drowned Diner. When you lock this door, you tap up 1 target creature and put 2 stun counter on it. Then this is 2 land and 1 island, and 3 land and 2 islands. When you lock this door, draw 3 cards, then discard a card. Then this is common. After we get Grab the Prize, then this is also very beautiful. They're beautiful cards. Then after you have 1 land and 1 mountain, common, sorcery, add an additional cost to this spell, discard a card, draw 2 cards. If the discard card wasn't a land card, grab the prize, deal 2 damage to each opponent. After we get Frantic Strength, then it's 2 land plus 1 forest, enchantment, enchant creature, and gets +2/+2 and destroy foe. Oh, another one, excellent. Derelict Attic, then it's 2 land plus 1 swamp. When you lock this door, you draw 2 cards and you lose 2 life. And the Widow Walk, then this is whenever creature you control attack alone, you get +1/+0 and gain that touch until the end of this turn. Ardent Escort, when attacks another target creature you control gets +1/+0 and gain Indestructible until the end of this turn. It's 2/4, 2 land and 1 plane. After you get Haunted Screen, 3 land, artifact, and after you have, if with 7, you can put 7 +1/+1 counter on Haunted Screen, it becomes a 0/0 spirit creature in addition to its other type, activate only once. Here, after we get another nice window and another room, and this is bottomless pool. When you unlock this door, return up to 1 target creature to its owner hand, and this is 1 island, and this 4 island plus 4 lands plus 1 island. Whenever 1 or more creature you control deal combat damage to a player, draw a card. And after you get Inquisitive Glimmer, then enchantment creature, enchantment spell you cast, cost 1 less to cast, unlock cost, you pay 1 less. Then it's a 2/3 and it's 1 plane and 1 island. After we have Oblivious Bookworm, it's Human Wizard, it's 1 forest and 1 island. At the beginning of your end step, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card unless a permanent enters the battlefield face down under your control this turn, or you turn a permanent face up this turn. Okay, it's a 2/3. After, Marina Vendral's Greymoor, then this is legendary artifact, then this is uncommon, this is rare. When enters, if you cast it, draw 5 cards. You have no maximum hand size and don't lose the game for every 0 or less life. Very strange. Whenever you gain a life, draw that many cards. Whenever you lose a life, discard that many cards. Then, if you have no cards in your hand, you lose the game. Oh wow, super cool. Then it's 5 land plus 1 island, it's super. Then after we get Rocco's Carnival, land, enter tap unless the player has 13 or less lives. Okay, Dashing Bloodsucker, right. Foil, it's a creature. Whenever an enchantment you control enter, and whenever you fully unlock a room, Dashing Bloodsucker gets +2/+0 and gain lifelink until end of turn. It's 2/5, it's 3 land plus 1 swamp, and after we get a token, that is a Manifest Red plus Glimmer. Okay, third one. Well, we start with a room, very good. Then Glasswork and Shatter the Yard. Then 2 land plus 1 island and 4 land plus 1, 2 land plus 1 mountain and 4 lands plus 1 mountain. When you lock this room, it deals 4 damage to target creature on opponent control, very powerful. And at the beginning of the end step, this room deals 1 damage to each opponent. This has to go here. After we put Cautious Survivor, then it's a creature, it's 3 land plus 1 forest, it's a 4/4, and this is at the beginning of your second main phase. If Cautious Survivor is tapped, then you gain 2 lives, and it's 4/4, it's 3 land plus 1 forest. After what we get here, we get Stalked Researcher. Then whenever an enchanter you control enter, or whenever you fully unlock a room, Stalked Researcher can attack this turn as tough as it didn't have a defender. It's a 3/3 and it's 1 land +1 island. After we get and that feed, very nice. Creature, whenever attack, while there are 4 more card type among card in your graveyard, it gets +2, 0, +0, and gain menace until the end turn is 2/2, and it's 1 land +1 mountain. After we get Grasping Longneck, enchantment creature, it's common. When this card dies, you gain 2 lives, it's 4/2, and it's 2 land +1 forest. After we get Found the Footage, very nice. You may look at face down creature your opponent control anytime, it's 1 land. And after we get Fear of Lost Teeth, when Fear of Lost Teeth dies, it deals 1 damage to any target you, and you gain 1 life. It's 1/1, and it's 1 swamp. After we get the Betrayer Bargain, and this is an instant. As an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice a creature or enchantment or pay 2. Then this card deals 5 damage to target creature. If the creature will die this turn, exile instead. Then it's uncommon, 1 land +1 island. After we get through Storyteller, 3/3, it's 1 land +1 forest and 1 plain. Survival, at the beginning of your second main phase, if this card is tapped, you can put more +1/+1 counter on target creature. And after we get another television, then this is a Withering Torment, destroy target creature or enchantment, and you lose 2 lives. This is 2 land +1 swamp. After we get Attack in the Box, then whenever you attack in the box attack, you may have it and get +4/+0 until the end of turn. If you do, sacrifice it at the end of the beginning of the next step. Then it's 2/4 and it's 3 land. After we get a room, and this is a rare room, Funeral Room and Awakening Hall, then it's 2 land +1 swamp and 6 land +2 swamp. Whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. When you unlock this door, return all target cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. Oh wow, this is super cool. Then this I understand why it's a rare. After we get land, then enter taps unless you have 13 or less lives, and this is a common foil. And after another common foil, 2 common foil, then it gets Frantic Strength, Flash, enchant creature gets +2/+2 and a Strangle. It's 2 land +1 forest. And after we get Spider, that is has reach and is 2/2. Okay, this is the third one. Fear of Immobility, enchant creature. When Fear of Immobility enters, tap up to 1 target creature. If an opponent controls the creature, put a stun counter on it. If a permanent with a stun counter will become untapped, remove it from it instead. And it's 4/4 for land +1 plain. And it's common. After we have Creeping Peeper, then it's 1 land +1 island. And this is a creature. Spend this mana only to cast an enchantment spell, unlock a door, or turn a permanent face up. It's 2/1. After we get Murder, destroy target creature. And it's 1 land +2 swamp. After we get Jump Scared, this is until end of turn, target creature gets +2/+2, gain flying, and become an horror or enchantment creature in addition to other types. This is 1 land. After we get Tunnel of Surveyor, it's 2 land +1 island. When Tunnel of Surveyor enter, create a 1/1 white glimmer enchantment creature token. And I think I have here. And 1 common 2/2, then 2 land and 1 island. After we get Rampaging Soul Rager, creature when gets +3/+0, as long as there are 2 or more unlocked doors among rooms you control, it's 1/4, 2 land +1 island, 1 mountain. After we get Horrid Vigor, then it's 1 Vigor. It's 1 land +1 forest. Instant target creature gains Death Touch and indestructible until the end of turn. It's 1 land +1 forest. After we get Defiant Survivor. Oh, I look like a comic book. Survivor at the beginning of your second main phase. If Defiant Survivor is tapped, Manifest Red. It's 3/2, 2 land +1 forest. After we get Curse Windbreaker, and when this card enter Manifest Red, then attach a Curse Windbreaker to that target creature. And it's 2 land +1 island, and it's uncommon. After we get Miasma Demon, then it's flying. When this card enters, you may discard any number of cards. When you do, up to that many target creature, each get -2/-2 until hand. Then it's 4 land +2. 2 swamp. And after we get a room, and the room it's Painter Studio and the face gallery. It's 2 land +1 mountain, and this is 1 land +1 mountain. When you lock this door, exile the top of 2 cards from your library. You may play them until the end of next turn, and whenever you attack, creature you control gets +1/+0 until the end of the turn. And this is after we get a rare Flood Farm Verge, then this is activated only if you control a plane or an island. It's rare. After we get a swamp, and after we get a nice foil that is instant, draw 2 cards, create a 1/1 white glimmer enchantment creature token. Then this is 3 land +1 island, and after we get a nice card. Then this is Impossible Inferno. Instant Impossible Inferno deals 6 damage to target creature. If there are 4 or more cards type and 1 card in your graveyard, exile the top card of your library. You may play it until the end of next turn. It's 4 land +1 mountain. After we get Manifest Red, sorcery, Manifest Red. It's 1 land plus 1 forest. Then when you manifest a dread, you look at the top 2 cards of your library, you put one into the battlefield face down as a 2/2 creature, and the other one in your graveyard. You turn up face up anytime for its mana cost if it's a creature card. After we get Fear of Surveillance, then this is a Vigilance. Whenever Fear of Surveillance attacks, survey 1. And it's 1 land plus 1 plane and 2/2 common. After we get Fear of the Dark, whenever Fear of the Dark attack, if defending player control no glimmer creature, it gains menace and that touch until the end turn. It's a 5/5 for land plus 1 swamp. After we get the Living Phone, very nice card. When Living Phone dies, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card with the power of 2 from among them and put them into your hand. Put the rest of the bottom of your library in a random order. It's 2/1 and it's 2 land plus 1 play. After we get another common, Twist Reality, instant, choose 1, counter target spell or manifest threat. It's 1 land plus 2 islands. After we get the Reap Chain Razor King, this is Reach, 5/3 and it's 3 land plus 1 mountain. Oh, they look very similar. After we get 1 land plus 1 mountain, sorcery, Pyroclasm deals 2 damage to each creature. Oh wow, it's cool. It's very cool. Beastie, beat down, sorcery, choose a target creature you control and target creature on opponent control. Delirium, if there are 4 or more cards type among cards in your graveyard, put 2+1/+1 counter on that creature you control. The creature you control deals damage equal to its power to the creature on opponent control. It's a 2 land, no, it's a 2 land, it's 1 mountain and 1 forest, and the common. After we get Ethereal Armor, then enchant creature gets +1/+1 for cash for each enchantment you control, and you have first strike. It's 1 plane, common. Commune with Evil, this is sorcery. Look at the top 4 cards of your library, put 1 of them into your hand and the rest in your graveyard. You gain 3 life and it's 2 land plus 1 swamp. After we get a rare, that is Silent All Creeper. It's 1 land plus 1 island, and this is another rare. Silent Creeper can be blocked. Whenever Silent Creeper deals combat damage to a player, you choose one that has not been chosen. Put +1 plus 2. You can put 2+1/+1 counter on Silent All Creeper, draw a card. Silent All Creeper become a copy of another target creature you control. 1/1 and it's 1 land plus 1 island. After we get Mursky Seaward, yeah. Okay. Then it's a land, enter tap unless the player has 13 or less lives. And after we get a foil uncommon, Roadwise Survivor, creature, haste at the beginning of your second main phase. If it's tapped, you put 3+1/+1 counter on up to 1 target land you control. That land becomes +0/+0 element creature in addition to its other types. It gains haste until your end of next turn, 3/4, 3 land plus 2 forest. And after we get an insect, that is a flying insect. Very good. Second. Okay, now you get the second one. We have a Appendage Amalgam, this enchantment creature horror. It's 3/2, 2 land plus 1 swamp. Flash whenever this card attacks, survey 1. After we get Scorching Dragonfire, instant, it deals 3 damage to target creature or Planeswalker. If the creature or Planeswalker will die this turn, exile instead. It's 1 land plus 1 mountain. Worry Watchdog, when enter or die, survey 1. It's 3/1, 1 land plus 1 forest. After we have Acrobatic Cheerleader, it's 1 land plus 1 plane, and this is Survival at the beginning of your second main phase. If it's tapped, you put a flying counter on it. This ability trigger only once, and it's 2/2, 1 land plus 1 plane. After we get Anthropid, this is a very nice card actually. Reach, when enters, you may discard the card or pay 2. When you do, destroy target room, and 3/4, and it's 3 land plus 1 forest. After we get Bear Trap, you can sacrifice this Bear Trap, and it deals 3 damage to the target creature with 3 lands, and the cost is 1 land. After we have Balemork Leech, this is whenever an enchantment you control enter, or whenever you fully unlock a room, each opponent loses 1 life. It's a 2/2, it's 1 land plus 1 swamp. After we get Emerge from the Cocoon, 4 land plus 1 plane. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield, you gain 3 life, and it's 4 land plus 1 plane. And after the first uncommon, it's a Diversion Specialist. Menace, this creature can be blocked except by 2 or more creature. Sacrifice another creature or enchantment, exile the top card of your library you may play this turn. This is for 3, and it's 3 land plus 1 mountain. After we get Intruding Soul Rager, and this is Vigilance, sacrifice a room. Intruding Soul Rager deals 2 damage to each opponent, draw a card, it's a 2/2, it's 1 island plus 1 mountain. After we get the Patch Plaything, this is 2 land plus 1 plane, and this is Double Strike, Patch Plaything, enter with 2 -1/-1 counter on it if you cast this from your hand for 3. After we get Marina Vendrell, it's a rare, then it's 1 plane, 1 island, 1 swamp, 1 mountain, and 1 forest. Wow, it is powerful. Then, when this card enters, reveal the top 7 cards of your library. You put all enchantment cards from among them into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. When you tap, you can lock or unlock a door of a target room you control. Activate only as a sorcery. It's a 3/5. I understand why it's so powerful. After we get the forest, and after we get the foil, and this I think is uncommon. Then this is Painter Studio, the face gallery, and this when you unlock this door, exile the top 2 cards of the library. You may play them until the end of your next turn. Whenever you attack, attacking creature you control gets +1/+0 until the end turn. And after we get a nice art series, that's it. The first one is a Glimmer Burst. Then draw 2 cards, create a 1/1 with Glimmer enchantment creature, and this 3 land +1 island. After we get the Terramorphic Expanse, it's a land. Sacrifice this card, you can search a library for a basic land and put it in the battlefield tap, then shuffle. Okay. After you can Erratic Apparition, then it's 2 land +1 island, creature, and it's 1/3. Whenever an enchantment you control enters, so whenever you fully unlock a room, Erratic Apparition gets +1/+1 until the end of the turn. After we get the Boiler Bilge Reaper, then this is when this card enters, you may sacrifice another creature or enchantment. When you do, this card deals 2 damage to any target, and it's 4/4 for land +1/+1. Cryptic Inspector, 2 land +1 forest. Vigilance, whenever you a face down permanent you control entered, or whenever this card or another permanent you control is turned face up, put a +1/+1 counter on this card. It's 2/3, 2 land, 1 forest. After we get Cracked Skull, then enchantment. When this card enters, you look at the target player hand, you may choose an online card from it, the player discards the card. When this enchant creature is dealt damage, destroy it. After we get Friendly Ghost, creature flying. When Friendly Ghost enters, target creature gets +2/+4 until the end of turn is 2/4 and 3 land +1 lane. After we get the first uncommon, Paranormal Analyst, and this whenever you manifest a dread, you put a card you put into your graveyard this way into your hand. It's 1/3, it's 1 land +1 island. After we get Wildfire Wicker Folk, 1 mountain, 1 forest. Haste, when this card gets a +1/+1 and is trampled as long as there are 4 more cards among cards in your graveyard, and it's 3/2. After we get Cynical Loner, it cannot be blocked by Glimmers. Survival at the beginning of your second main phase. If Cynical Loner is tapped, you may search your library for a card, put it into your graveyard, then shuffle, and that's 3/1. After we get Coordinated Clobbering, tap 1 of 2 target untapped creature you control. They each deal damage equal to their power to target creature on opponent control. Oh, very good. This is 1 forest. It's the first rare. It's a strange foiling. It's not really a foiling, but a strange card. It's different than the other actually. Yeah, very strange. Okay, land, and you can activate only if you control an island or a swamp. And this is a rare. After we get a swamp, and after we get the first one is Gremlin, token creature 1/1. And after we get the common jump scare instant until the end of turn, target creature gets +2/+2, gain flying, and become horror enchantment creature in addition to its other type. Okay. Oh, okay. Cool. We get a nice door. Okay, Clockwork Percussionist, then this is Ace, the 1/1. When Clockwork Percussionist dies, exile the top card of the library, you may play it until the end of turn of next turn. It's 1 mountain, 1/1. After we get, oh, this is really a strange beast. Bashful Beastie, then this is when dies, Manifest Dread, 5/4, 4 land +1, 1 forest. After we have Cold Healer, whenever an enchantment you control enter, whenever you fully unlock a room, Cold Healer gains lifelink until the end of the turn, is 3/3, 2 land +1 plane. And after we get Meat Locker, then Endron Diner. When you lock this door, tap up to 1 target creature and put 2 stun counter on it. And this is when you lock this door, you draw 3 cards, then this unfortunately I lost 1 up. The camera stopped during the opening of 1 of the booster. This is the last one. Then this is Clammy Prowler, and it's whenever Clammy Prowler attacks, another target attacking creature can be blocked this turn. It's 2/5, 3 land +1 island. After we get Fanatic of the Harrowing, is 3 land +1 swamp. When Fanatic of the Harrowing enter, each player discard a card. If you discard this card this way, draw a card. It's 2/2, 3 land +1 swamp. After we get the Stalked Researcher, then this is whenever an enchantment you control enter, or whenever you fully unlock a room, Stalked Researcher can attack this turn as tough as the Digital Defender. Is 3/3, and it's 1 land +1 island. And defeat creature, it's 1 land +1 mountain. Whenever this card attack while there are 4 more card type in your graveyards, you get +2/+0. And get menace until the end of the turn. This is 1 land +1 mountain 2. After a Grasping Longneck, this is Reach. When this card dies, you gain 2 life. It's 4/2. After 2 land +1 forest. After we get Found Footage, you may look at face down creature your opponent control at any time. With 2, you can sacrifice this card. You survey 2. Found footage, you may look a face down creature your opponent control at any time. And with 2 land you can survey 2 and you can draw a card. And this is cost 1. And after we get Fear Lost of Teeth. When Fear Lost of Teeth dies, it deals 1 damage to any target, you gain 1 life. And this 1 swamp and 1/1. After we have Ghostly Keybearer, flying, it's 3/3, 3 land plus 1 island. And this card deals combat damage to a player, unlock a lock room, up to 1 target room you control. It's a 3/3, 3 land and 1 island. After we get Rite of the Math, 1 land plus 1 plane plus 2 swamp, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter it. And it's also this one, it's an uncommon. After we get Veteran Survivor, survival at the beginning of your second main phase. If Veteran Survivor is type, exile up to 1 target card from your graveyard. Is 2/1 and it's 1 plane. And after we get Dashing Bloodsucker, 3 land plus 1 swamp. Whenever an enchantment you control enter or whenever you fully unlock a room, Dashing Bloodsucker gets +2/+0 and gain lifelink until end of turn. Is 2/5. Overload of the Antwoods is 3 land plus 2 forest. Enchantment and after it's a 6/5. Excellent. After you have a swamp that it's foil, and the last one it's a sign art, and this is Optimistic Scavenger. It's foil uncommon. Whenever an enchantment you control enter, you fully unlock a room, you put 1/1 counter on that creature, 1/1, and this 1 plane, and after you get a nice art. Excellent. Sign. Thank you, and see you next time.